Hello, in this video is addressed to my twin flame Shia. Hi Shia. Those just watching, I thank you for watching. This is going to be some crime against me, my twin flame. So Shia, I'm still possessed. The torture is lessening a little bit. I don't want to say it and get jinxed, but the fact that I'm getting more sleep is proof because I slept until 12:37. When I looked at the clock, I saw 1:37, so I ran around, made the bed. I had already brushed my teeth earlier because I woke up at 6 o'clock because there was a strange noise coming from outside, and this kind of like this burnt hair smell. There was no fire, but it got in here and it really made me feel sick. So I boiled the water. I started spraying the air with essential oils and water mixture. I started spraying my homemade disinfectant. But it seems to be fine now. My hair looks okay. I don't think it's humanly possible to be this bad at doing your hair. There has to be some kind of serious etheric implant with me doing my hair. I think my hands do get heavy and weak, so I feel like that they tell me I'm lazy with doing my hair, but I don't think it's laziness. It's very demonic. I think that I always have mostly, not always, but if I don't straighten my hair. So I'm going to tell you some things that I'm going to do for cleansing this week, but just not complete cleansing. And this morning I had 800 milligrams of vitamin C, V8 juice, detox tea. Then I just had a granola bar because I was starting to get hungry. Now I have a cup of coffee. So I still have to do this. Accidentally turned on when I kind of threw it and probably leaned on it accidentally. So I have some notes here to tell you, and this is very, very good news. I was starting to get tortured this morning, so I had to lay on my back, the usual position where I get less tortured. I'm not allowed to lay on my stomach and on my sides. I have to only be able to lay on my sides if I'm not being tortured because it's extreme. So I got inspired to look up the Hannah Kroger books, and in this book it talks about magnetotherapy. And I only flipped through these. I've actually never read any of the Hannah Kroger books from front to back. And some of the facts are actually a little bit boring because, however, this is magnetotherapy, and basically I have barely done this. Say this is for constipation. See the arrows going this way, so half moon circles. You'd make these half moon circles with your hand going over your stomach, like this in a circle motion. It would be kind of like Reiki, where you don't completely touch your body. However, you can touch your body. I ended up brushing the back of my thighs. And when I touch the back of my thigh, I've always thought my back of my thighs were extremely ugly. I wonder if it will show the texture of it, of my leg, and the back of my legs. It makes me want to puke when I brush the back of my leg. So there's like a bumpy feeling, like reverse, like hairs, like acne. It's all bumpy. I don't think you're gonna be able to see what it looks like. They say the skin in my back of my thighs have always been a place where I'm not allowed to touch my legs. There's incredible amount of. There's a weird texture in the back of my thighs. I don't really think you can tell by this photo. There's a really weird, uncomfortable, ugly, gross feeling in the back of my thighs. It's all bumpy, like zits that never go away. However, it's not from shaving, because they're always there. So there's something wrong with the back of my thighs, and I brushed it this way for like 10 minutes. But what I did was, I brushed the right hand on my left leg, the left hand on my right leg. So what I just learned about this, because of the brain injury, some of this facts, I can't completely, hard to. She was very balanced brain. She had very balanced right and left brain, but she both the Krogers were a little bit more intelligent, I think. The magnetotherapy is the laying on of hands, and I just found out today that we actually have magnets built in our body through our hands. It's because it says, remember, your right hand is positive, so you stroke the left side, and your right hand is positive. This is the sentence that you read. Your right hand is positive, so you stroke the left side. Your left hand is negative, so you stroke the right side. So I did that from the back of my legs. I feel like I'm gonna puke if I touch the back of my legs. I think they stored something in the back of my legs, something very evil. And when I went to lay down, I propped 2 pillows up on the sides of my arms so that I could easily reach over with my arm to this side. I held my right hand on my left side and my left hand on my right side, and that creates the battery. So it's like we're charging our battery, and the demons flipped out, and I instantly fell asleep because I wanted to stop. So this is definitely something I'm going to be writing down on my sheets and doing. So I have to go to the bathroom real quick. Magneto, charge the battery. Basically, it's charging the battery. Hold on, I'll be right back. I notice when I'm walking, I don't really look like myself the way I used to look when I walk. And I'm thinking, no, they're just using AI to make me look like somebody else. So I finally started to realize it's the brain injury that's making my body look funny when I walk, or not myself. Not completely the weight, it's the brain injury and the way I move. So charging the battery, placing your right hand, which is positive, on the left side of your body, which is negative. And then the left hand, which is negative, place it somewhere on the right side, and literally it will charge. It charged my body. And I'm constantly feeling guilty living here. I had nightmares all morning. You're making a mistake, Alyssa, living here, because you're going to die here if you don't leave. There's so many neighbors that want to kill you here, blah, 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 blah. You have to leave. You have to leave all day long. Bullets are going to be blasting through the walls and all day long. So we are following Lemurian's instructions, Shia, and something again might really happen to me bad. I don't know. I mean, there's just so much a person can take. If I have another like extreme injury, it's gonna be very, very sad that God would allow that to put me through that. However, I'm not in control and in charge of this situation completely. Lemurians do have, I have possession, but the Lemurians are possessing me more. So I think, so I'll show you this email from Hannah's Herb Shop. Your liver might be the answer. I don't really actually get if there's any like symbolism. However, let me just make you read that. It's very possible that I was somehow inspired to do that apple juice cleanse. I don't I haven't really been allowed to do much cleanses, or it's not like a lack of being able to. There's been possession involved. So that apple juice cleanse, it's possible that there's some good AI used, because I was pretty I was very I was really happy to make that Amazon grocery list with all the cleansing things. I haven't been normally doing any cleanses, and it was a painful cleanse, but it really was worth it. I have this on my refrigerator, and so the liver is definitely a problem for me, especially if you have a bacterial. So the liver is the detox, organ detox, that cleanses out all of the toxins. So imagine if your body's full of bacteria, your liver's obviously in danger. So I'm going to be doing more things for the liver. Luckily, I got my nail toe clipper and nail grinder, and security takes photographs when they hand it to the package, and it's mandatory to take their license. So I'm going to be able to buy things from I'm going to be able to ship things to me now because I have that. And I'm going to definitely get the liver supplement by Hannah's Herb Shop. I'm definitely going to get Circuflow, because I recently read in the I recently I just like look through and see things that I like from this articular-rosis herbal chelation. This Circuflow was originally named the Lord's Formula. She received the remedy. She says she's received the remedy from the Lord. And this is all about the arteries, and it's very possible that I had a clot that created the stroke. So I'm definitely going to get Circuflow. I'm definitely going to get the liver supplement, and I'm definitely going to get some loose leaf herbal blends that Hannah created next in a couple weeks. And I think, and I think he's giving us a suggestion. We're in lethal conditions with our liver, Cheyenne. Think about all the anger we've had, and also AI anger, but the anger about what has happened to us our whole life. So it's very, very serious that we cleanse our liver, and I'll talk to you a little bit about the liver. I'll show you, let me show you the nail grinder, you buy. Kind of reminds me of your last name, our last name, Shine. So this is it already has a battery in it. This is it. And then oh, that's good. It comes with extra one. And then this, well, I think I'm going to have to review how to use it. But it has different speed settings, and this, I'm going to use this, it has a light. I'm going to use this for the toenail and to get rid of the rough skin all over my toe, because I heard that's actually a energetic, spiritual hygiene issue, not just a physical hygiene issue, when you have rough skin that collects on your feet. And it's gotten worse over the course of over the course of 10 years, the rough skin has gotten worse, and I never have the strength to manually scrub my foot skin. So I just accidentally went down the wrong pipe. So I recited the Quran last night, and then I made sure that I did Allah is the most gracious, most merciful, with the olive oil in the bathtub. And it's making me so exhausted, and it makes me sleep extra. So it's extremely important that we do that. And it took me a long time to be able to say we do things, but some of these things that are working so much for me, there's no way that you wouldn't do it. So I'm not telling you what to do. There's no way you wouldn't do that, because it's literally killing all the AI on our body. So right hand strokes. So we literally have a healing tool built in our body, with the left and the right being. I never knew. Well, I read that before in Hannah's book, but I've read so many things in Hannah's book that it doesn't I can't figure it out completely, and it doesn't really make sense. But now like reading that, like it makes so much sense that we can use this now and place it on our body on the left side, among the other things that you do with the magnet of the hands. But it really didn't occur to me that literally the right hand is positive and the left hand is negative. I read that in the book before. They use so much AI, they have to be really bored to do this to me. So the right hand is positive, the left hand is negative. Telepathic supporters told me last night in regards to the blanket that was thrown out the very next day. It was forgotten at the hotel. No. Throw out the blanket, throw Alyssa out in the trash. Throw the blanket out in the trash, throw Alyssa out in the trash. So, in regards to so I showed you this. I think it was but it was really easy to do the apple juice cleanse. It's possible that someone used good AI just to get me to do it, and I don't mind that. Like Lumerians do that to me all the time. So we have some help, and I'm going to get a mini fridge. I'm gonna get a mini fridge to put in the hallway because I can't eat like this anymore. It's becoming really disgusting, and I need to heal. It's not really working, not using a fridge and freezer. It's not actually really healthy either. Hear the noise? Hear all that noise you've heard in the last 300, 400 videos. It's never on this side, barely ever. And I'll be able to detect if it's on this side. Always on this side. It's not always the kitchen. You don't have to be that loud. You don't have to be that loud. It can be used in the court of law, the level of noise. The level of the noise. It's noise pollution, it's noise harassment. So I smelled that burnt dust smell in the morning. It really freaked me out. And it gave me a rash. I got itchy. I boiled vinegar. And I looked outside at the other neighbors. They had their windows wide open. They never shut them. The smell didn't even bother them. So I'm extremely sensitive. Even just extremely sensitive right now with things. I took 800 milligrams of vitamin C. In Hannah's book, this one doctor recommends 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C per hour, like all day long, every hour, and that will kill bacterial for the onset of bacterial infections. So vitamin C is very important. I really do think that some of my soul is missing in my spirit, because with Hannah's work, it really makes me upset that I can't connect with her work completely, and it's almost like my own self is better than me in that lifetime, because I'm not like as good with my health in this lifetime, but there's such serious possession. I really think that when I get my soul back, this is going to be like my connection with all of the Hannah's herb shop is going to make a lot more sense, even though she does a lot of metaphysical stuff, and I connected with a lot of her metaphysical stuff and with the herbs. However, there's been a lot of possession making me feel like I'm just like this unhealthy, sick ghetto person, and like I can never like be Hannah in my past life. So, and I have to show you, she never talks a lot about her life with she really doesn't talk about her family members in these books. It's not the type of books where you would talk about your family members, but I think Hannah and Rudolph there was demonic interference, because you had a stroke and she goes in one of the books, my husband had a stroke, and so I gave him a teaspoon of mustard seeds to make him flush. And I'm thinking to myself, that sounds so stupid. You gave him a teaspoon of mustard seeds? Like, that sounds so stupid. Like, obviously you would do a lot more, and the fact that it's your husband, you're just gonna write down that you gave him a teaspoon of mustard seeds. I really was annoyed with Hannah. I'm thinking it was possession, because even with the way I act with you on these videos and how this whole thing happened, where like all this interference, where I wasn't allowed to talk to you and I wasn't allowed to explain things, and things were like not completely clear. There was a lot of miscommunication. But this is my story to the subject of freeing myself. I'll just show it to you. And this is another thing where she wrote something about her family the one time she does, and then she adds something to it at the end to make it like kind of like an attack against her family. So I'm not going to explain that to you. I'm not going to show that to you, because it's like, it really annoys me. She had to have some demonic possession and interference because of the way she barely talked about her family in these books. I actually, it's not the kind of books where you would talk about your family. However, the little things that she does, the very little things that she does say, so basically it talks about how you were an engineer and Alyssa, Hannah was house cleaning, but then she finally was able to open up that little health food store. And I really do like health food stores. I would just like I would just enjoy visiting all the different health food stores, because they're like little vortexes with all the really high vibration products. So, but it says how the nights of terror, the bombing, the hopelessness, the uncertainty if my husband returned from the captivity in Russia. So she had 4 children when you got held captive in Russia, and Hannah and Rudolph were German in our lifetime. And I think that we lived in Turkey though, and that's where we met. But you might want to know about what her family member had done for her in regards to the advice. You would take a piece of paper, write down your problems, at nighttime, and the next day you burn it. You burn the piece of paper. And why does it work? Because it turns into a different dimension when you write down the problems and then you burn it. You pull it out of your body. But the last paragraph really annoyed me. The way it just was bad timing the way she wrote that, because there's very little things that she talks about you with, and then I'm not even going to explain it in this video, but that was the advice. And you were in the mines. You had to do mining. You were forced to do mining, and you had a lot of problems with your lungs, so you had a long decline. And so we have to be very careful about our health in this lifetime, Shia, because both of us have had serious health issues, and we have to be careful, Shia. I didn't say issues like that. So and one thing that I've been really wanting to be with you, Shia, because they forced me to talk out loud involuntarily all day long. It's so exhausting. I have a problem with putting the tape on my mouth because it starts sweating, and then the moisture on my lips I cannot tolerate. It's very uncomfortable to put glue on your lips all day long. It's very uncomfortable. It's not actually possible because I have to constantly take it off and take a drink of water. And then if I start dehydrating it, I can't do that in the summertime. So the talking about, I know when I went to go visit my mom, the involuntarily talking would stop because they would stop doing that in front of my mom. It would completely go away. So I know that so much is going to change when we're together, and don't worry, Shia, I understand that they're lying to me, and they're not letting me know the truth about what's going on with you. And because I am so blind about the situation, I know that you're in extreme danger, and you probably wouldn't be alive if you contacted me or tried to be with me. This has to be the way it has to be. It's not Satan tricking. I think someone was trying to piss you off. A remote viewer trying to pretend to be the Lumerians. So when I brush the back of my legs, I feel like puking. So try to find areas in your body and brush them. And if you feel like puking, focus on that area, Shia. The pendulum says you're not scared about me in regards to living a long life. You're very confident that I'm going to live a long life. And I remember watching videos on brain injury, which I'm not researching anything about brain injury. I'm not researching anything about criminal activity like crime investigations, because it's just making me too sick. But there was one point where I was spending several days looking up brain injury and people with brain injury, and one person went into a coma, got hit in the back of the head and bursted like an aneurysm, like a blood flooded the brain. This person was in a coma for 1 to 2 years, and he came out of the coma after 1 or 2 years, and then he's paralyzed waist down, but he's alive. He's been alive for 15 years. So I'm 40 years old. So 40, 65. I'll be 65 in 15 years. And I think because of all the things we're going to do with the energy vortexes and everything. And I think I could probably make it longer than 15 years, at least 70, because if someone can be in a vegetable state and be in a coma and live 15 years after that, I didn't get in a coma and I didn't get in a vegetative state. So, and this happened to his brain, not like just paralyzed from the body. Like, it happened to his brain and he was still alive. So it is possible, and I forgot, but I just kept Googling it, and I wonder if it's rigged, because every time I Google different ways of finding out how long do people live after a stroke, it just says 5 to 10 years on the first part of the Google page, over and over and over, and I can't get past that. So I take that back, that I might not live long. I've just been getting scared because I really felt like I was going to die after the apple juice cleanse. I felt like I was going to die a couple days ago when it took me 4 hours cleaning. So our organs, they're invisible, Shia. We don't give them a lot of attention because they're invisible, but we have to give our organs extra attention, Shia. We'll live. Well, I'm pretty sure we'll live pretty long. The pendulum says we both have a lot of sadness and grief and despair, especially what we've just recently learned. It's amazing the change that have occurred with trying to keep me thinking that they are not bad and they have to be respected because they are my parents. I think partly because how you're receiving help from some family members right now, I kind of have to respect my parents, and I don't have to, especially about what I just learned. But I do want to tell you, it really was out of character, and I had absolutely 100% no clue. And he acted like a father. He did. And my stepmom was never a mother to me. My mom's second husband was never a father, by the way. But you're feeling like extreme anger, like beyond anger. I have had a stroke. Something's wrong with me. I'm not reacting appropriately, and this is on video. I'm not expressing myself completely the way I should on video, because I can't let this be used against me, the things that I say and how I act, because if I start saying too much, but there's going to be justice involved, and it's not just that we're going to receive justice from, but this is breaking a lot of spells, discovering this. And I've had a bad life. Looking back, I've had a bad life. I've been very terrified of people, and I've had real extreme health issues, and there's a lot more to that. But this, what happened to my life, is just so evil. And what happened to you, you're feeling murderously angry, and other people are too. If people have to learn about this is very offensive to people if they have to learn about this. Luckily, it could be worse. My family did not force me to do anything like INCST. It could be worse. A lot of families are INCST and they're forced at a young age, and it's something that they can never stop or defend. They weren't like that. So luckily nothing was seen. I hope to God that they didn't force me to see it, and somehow I'll eventually see things. I hope to God that doesn't happen. But it could be worse. It definitely was hatred, anger. Alyssa goes in the trash bin. But we have personal power, Shia, and being able to learn about some of these extremely awful things while you're with me, Shia, and listening, and also healing from, is going to help us. Is helping me a lot, Shia. But I don't owe people anything in this, especially in this, in what I've been through. I don't owe people anything. And a lot of, in regards to my parents, they helped a lot to, well, not a lot, they helped to hurt, and I was barely surviving because of them. So, but they kind of I was forced to ask for them for a little help, living with my mom a lot. And my dad really, he wasn't around too much and didn't help too much. Not he and I'm not going to keep telling them. They both contributed a little bit to keeping me alive. The whole reason why, remember I was visiting my mom because my leg, I could barely walk, and I had to get out of the car and stop car camping for a couple weeks just because I felt like I was going to die from the fatigue of driving all around 24/7. So, but they helped to hurt, and murder is murder. I don't have to respect people that tried to kill me and torture me my whole life. I don't have to. There's a lot of spells and things that they did to try to just make it no. Alyssa can get tortured and attacked, and people can slow kill her, and Alyssa has to respect everybody doing it to her. I don't owe them anything. I don't owe them. And I finished this last notebook. I definitely didn't tell you everything. I'm gonna have to go through some of these notebooks and find all the things I didn't tell you. But I will never understand why we're not together, because we're supposed to be together. That's all. I'll never understand it. However, you're in a prison. You are in some form of captivity that's worse than mine. Worse than my situation. And I'm just kind of constantly told with mind control, oh, it's just like Illuminati, it's interference. And a lot of times these criminals will kind of trick me into thinking he doesn't need to be with you. It's not he has to be with you, kind of making things up, just using it against me, the fact that you can't be with me. And I know it's not true, Shia. Don't worry. Don't get angry, Shia, because they're trying to get you angry with me thinking this. But you have proof now. You have proof that they're lying to me when I'm telling you. Because if I imagined you sitting in a grocery store for 5 hours, trying to boycott the situation, being no, you have to come meet me, that would make me wicked sad. And I got really sad thinking that, if I made you feel that way, which you're not making me feel that way. I'm being lied to. There's a lot of silence about the situation in regards to you and why you can't be with me. There's a lot of silence. There's a lot of lies. So but you should never completely understand why we're not together either, because we are getting too old. However, it's not our choice. But did the spirit guides tell me to say that to you? Or what, did it backfire? Now you have proof now that they're tricking me into thinking that we could be together, but we're not. Obviously you're going to get mad at that I said that, and you're going to get hurt. But they're lying to piss you off. You've been set up for death probably with my life. I've been set up for death with your life. You've been set up for death, illegally. There's no way what you've gone through would allow and give people the ability to be able to take you off to KILLU. It's not legal. You're in a worse situation than me, and I can't completely understand it because I can't completely understand it. They're not letting me. I have third eye shut down, and I can only see things when it's put there. But I went to go get my package, and I saw a shirt with... I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say nothing from there. But I'm getting signs, Shia. The bladder pain has gone away, so it was just a very mild bladder pain. One thing I get, Shia, is a buzzing. I get to set the timer so that I know. And I noticed, Shia, that you check. It makes me very happy. I know that you do. I know that you do, Shia. One thing that the hacker program was ladybugs. Every time I saw like a ladybug on a windowsill or a ladybug outside, ladybugs are so like pathetic and slow. And so the hacker programmed it like that's you. That's your like the little ladybug. And people just want to kind of kill it and like shoo it away. So that was a constant that I was, and that was a SUICDAL program, because ladybugs, you know, when you see it, you're kind of supposed to get happy, like they're little like Lucky Charms, but that definitely stopped very quickly. There's one thing that I get that's been kept from me telling you. They've been keeping me from telling you this. And I know you've done a little bit of research on brain injury to make sure that, and you have some ideas what we can do. There's a buzzing, vibrating, shaking feeling in my brain that occurs several times a month. The spasticity has lessened. The spasticity has definitely lessened. And that is a part of recovery. And it took 2.5 years, I think, to the spasticity lessen. So this was an extreme stroke if it took 2.5 years for the spasticity to stop. But the buzzing, vibrating, shaking feeling goes on. It's like a tremor in my brain. It actually also happens in the heart, chest, lung area as well. It's a buzzing, vibrating, shaking feeling. It's like a tremor. It's called a brain tremor, cerebellar tremor, which occurs after injury. Stroke tremors. They're called stroke tremors. So it's a little scary. And it's really not my fault that I don't know what's going on with you. And like, they kind of like glamorize it to act like, well, it's like such a mystery, and like, oh, it's like really important. Like, it's really important. Like, he's like more important than Alyssa because of the whole like public news around it. And it's very I don't know, they're putting words, but Shia, I don't really know what's going on, and it's not my fault that I don't know what's going on. And I told you, Shia, my parents haven't been that great to me. They haven't treated me that great. They kept a lot of weight from me. They never really taught me things. They didn't really teach me how to live, how to be a human being. So they didn't really treat me like a human being. And I never really respected them completely. I didn't have high respects for them. So I just need you to know that. But every time the tremors happen, the V2K goes off. No, it's just an AI weapon. They're lying about my stroke symptoms, which can be very dangerous, because if I don't know what's going on with my body, that's like very dangerous. I'd really like to go to IKEA and get some like decorations. I might like maybe spend $50 next month at IKEA. I've noticed, like, I looked at some of the things I got you, and I actually didn't get you as much as I thought I got you. However, I'm not gonna keep buying hygiene products. I have to look at the expiration dates on the hygiene products. But even if the expiration date expired, it's possible we could still return them with a sticker on. But I think we should both focus on getting things from Hannah's Herb Shop, Shia. And you can write a little comment when you go to get the herbs shipped to you. Check out from the online, write thank you. And then they'll probably check and see who it is that wrote thank you. I think that that would be meaningful, Shia, if you did that. And you might not be able to, because you might not be able to do that. Is there any photos that I have to show you? So, see how it's kind of like bumpy? The back of my thighs are like bumpy. It's like a real gross feeling when I touch back there. Whew, makes me want to hurl. They did something back there. Could it be the rape that dropped down in my thighs? I don't know. But my whole entire life I was never allowed to touch my back, my legs. And my whole entire life I wasn't allowed to touch my whole body. I get too grossed out, and sick, and I've been so harassed and assaulted. I'm not even allowed to touch my own body. This energy brushing in the bathtub is first in 38 years that I'm touching myself. It's not a lie. That's literally true. And I only have 10 to 20 seconds to clean myself with a sponge. And that's been going on my whole life. So, I wonder if my stomach is getting better. I would say there's definitely a decrease, but this is not supposed to look like that. That's ugly. That's really ugly. This is not natural. So, it could be fat though. When I was going shopping at Walmart, I was getting those little pastry cakes and eating one every day. And I was overeating from the torture too. I think partially the overweight these past 7 years is because of that. I've never had a true weight problem. So I had some apricots with hot water, and that was really good. I kind of put boiling water and then microwave the apricots. You can't put apricots without water in the microwave. They'll start smoking and starting on fire. It didn't start on fire, but it smoked a little. But I tried to heat them up without water. I'm not going to show you any of these advertisements. I haven't really taken new photographs. Well, the ones I want to show you. I had some tuna fish with those French rolls. I'm being very careful because I toasted the bread, but the tuna fish wasn't heated, so I didn't want to put the tuna fish on the French roll because the French roll is heated. This is what I do when I hand wash my clothes to dry them. I'm going to have to start doing that because I'm running out of, I think I'm running out of shirts. I have one shirt left. And in regards to my spine, I'm going to start lying down flat without propping my pillows up. Because when I prop my pillows up, I'm curling my spine. And I'm going to start, I can't really see the TV. I did watch some nature videos last night. I watched You and Moo. I scalded my hands from laundry, washing the laundry. See how my skin is like white and that's red? I scalded my hands from hand washing the laundry. This could be part paralysis. I can't feel how hot something is. And this can also be proof as to how I got food poisoned for a year and a half. If I lost my taste buds a little bit, and obviously I was getting sick off the food and everything was like slimy and like gross and I trashed a lot. But if I can't completely tell, like I knew it was hot. I knew that it was hot, but I didn't think it was going to scald my hands. And that was happening with the sink, the bathroom sink. I kept scalding my hands. Luckily, that the one good thing about washing my hands in the bathtub is I can put the cold on really quick. There's a little piece of glass, broken red glass in front of my door. I don't know if that was anything, some kind of a sign. Here's my clothes being washed in the bathtub. Basically, I put hot water with the laundry detergent, let it soak and sit, and then I rinse it. I fill it with cold water again. This was chowder with the French rolls with olive oil. I was also eating too much olive oil. I was putting too much olive oil and everything. So I'm going to stop this video because I didn't put this time correctly. So I'm going to stop this video, and I needed to talk about you, Shia, but I ran out of time. And please, Shia, don't think that I'm like ignoring you in these videos and not talking about you enough. There's a lot of interference. I get real extreme panic attacks, and my body gets really attacked with AI weapons every time I try to talk about you and mention you. So you have to understand some of that. I get severely sick when I talk about you. They make me severely sick and in extreme pain, like torturous pain. So my lack of expressing myself to you about you, it's not because I don't want to. It's because I'm getting severely tortured every time I do, and it looks like I'm I don't. So I'm going to talk to you tomorrow. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I love you, Shia. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you so much, Shia, for watching.